Oh guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna continue our Tekken series with season 3 characters, and we're gonna look and dig up on Leroy. It's a character that you don't see much often, but it's definitely, I think, a very strong character that, if you ask me, also deserves some nerfs like everybody else, and I'll try to showcase today what maybe he needs to become a little bit more honest, maybe. But let's go in detail. So the first thing I noticed is that now they gave him a new move. They gave him back 1+2 out of Hermit. So this is a pretty big deal, because now, especially in it, he has access to this safe 12 frame mid. That of course makes some mix-ups a little bit more annoying, but considering he already has an 11 frame mid from distance, worse plots if you do the full string, it's already a big deal. So the thing is that most of the times when Leroy goes into stance, he already is a pretty threatening character, okay, because he has a lot of things to wall splat you or to interrupt you and so on, and he goes into stance at very plus frames, especially on it. So this definitely improves that even more, having even a better option like this. But so of course, as always, I don't like this idea of getting even more tools from stances, because stances in this game are already a super annoying thing. Okay, so even getting even better mix-ups out of stance is something, of course, that we can discuss about. The thing that in this case makes me think about a little bit more is that he already had very strong options that were even faster than back 1+2. So if you didn't try to challenge Leroy before, you definitely won't try to challenge him all the time in instance. So that's always good to see. Now, very interesting change to forward 2, 4, 3. Forward 2, 3, 4, sorry. Forward 2 now tracks more to the left. So as always, guys, it's another thing I don't like, and they didn't fix this yet, but they are adding more and more counterplay stuff every time. So right now this move now tracks to the left, to Leroy's to one of Leroy's sides. So the movement is not an option as always, because now characters have even better tools to try and track you down if you try to move to one direction or the other. So of course, as always, I don't like this kind of change. They made it to multiple cards. For example, we saw that already in Adusena, and it's something I don't like. But it's there now, and hopefully they revert all of these fucking tracking things soon enough. But it's there, even though this string is not like the most used Leroy string, but it definitely has some uses, because the second hit is -10, and also now the last hit has a new counter hit property as well. As you can see here, like this into 1+2, 1 guaranteed. Okay, instance. For some reason, this counter doesn't work on Kuma. I don't know if it's bugged or something. I tried it with Kuma before. This counter doesn't work on Kuma. Like, the 1+2 doesn't connect at all. You gotta do the 4 option. So, I don't know, interesting change. Before, this used to knock down. Okay, this counter used to knock down for a guaranteed forward 4. Now, instead of knocking down into Oki, now they want to push the hit agenda as always. So basically now he has this new tool, this new counter tool to go into it as always, something we don't like. We ask them to please remove or like reduce the instance in which some characters go into it. What do they do? As always, the opposite, and they give him a new way to go into it. So of course it's debatable, it's something I don't like, but it's there, and I'm gonna show you as always. So this is what happened to this string, and also another string that got buffed is this one, down forward 1, 1+2, down forward 3, 1, 1+2, because now the full string, it's a full country string like this. It's not confirmable, but it's pretty easy to Twitch confirm, like pretty easy to, you can see the counter appear, and then you do the last 1+2. So it's pretty easy to confirm. It's not like fully confirmable in the sense that if you delay the last hit, it's not guaranteed. Okay, if Kazuya blocks now, if you delay the last 1+2, it's not guaranteed anymore. Okay, so it's basically a commitment, but it's very easy to confirm because you can see visually that it hits, you know, on counter, and you do the full string. This is a pretty good buff because this is one of Leroy's poking tools basically. So having the full string now, counter it, all of that is pretty nice. And you look at the damage, but the damage is insane, by the way. But to compensate, this ring also got 2 nerfs. The first one is that on whiff, the second it recovers slower by 3 frames. So basically this is worse on whiff, so it's easier to punish. And also the last state now, it's minus 14 instead of minus 13. Because of course now it's a bigger commitment, because a full string is natural. So both a buff and a nerf, because again, this string is riskier on block. But at the same time, it's also better reward if it hits. So pretty nice to see. And the last changes are to down 3-2 that now deals more damage. So from 8-8 to 8-11, so more damage again. Is a very good low that goes into stands, into a mix-up, so even having better damage is good for Leroy. And then the last change is that Hermit 2 now on block is -2 instead of -6. So basically this high is way more spammable now because he has a better recovery. So I already see people doing this into back 1+2. I don't like like they do, for example, out of down for the 1+2 and then back 1+2. Same thing. So like this is not a very used high in stance. Like people prefer doing other stuff when you're in stance, of course. But so I don't know why they buffed it in the first place, but it's there. And the last hit now has a different behavior on it. I don't remember what it used to do before. I'm sorry. If someone can enlighten me in chat, I don't remember what it did before. But now the last hit knocks down, probably for some Oki after, nothing guaranteed, and also on counter it like this into guaranteed follow-up, like I don't know, maybe this into pam pam pam. Okay. And this is basically what changed about Leroy in Season 3 before the new patch, though. Before the new patch, the Season 3.2 patch, in which Leroy received other nerfs that are this time are very, very interesting for the character. Because the first nerf is that down back 1+2 now doesn't need dash launch anymore. This is a pretty good nerf because, of course, this move is used a lot to parry attacks. You know, it basically parries every mid and so on. So this is a pretty good parry, and now again 8 engager doesn't launch anymore, so it's a nerf to this move, of course, and that's something we got to consider. And then a very, very important nerf for Leroy, very important, is that now stance 1+2-1 doesn't hit dash launch anymore. This seems like a pretty solid nerf by himself, but you gotta remember that Leroy goes into this fucking engager from a lot of things. For example, now also down back 3 doesn't counter launch anymore. For example, this used to be huge because this was a very safe low. They used to counter it launch, okay, in it with this hit dash. For example, back 3 also doesn't launch anymore because of this change. You understand how big it is? Because not only he lost the hit dash launcher per se, but he also lost all the things that before hit dash launched, because they had this 1+2-1 guaranteed. For example, also the new counter rate is the same, no? Wait, sorry. So basically he lost it in the same patch, basically. The into same doesn't launch anymore as well. So you understand that basically he lost a lot of launchers with this patch. So I think that Leroy right now is in a pretty good spot. I don't think he's weak. I don't think he's the best card in the game, but he has some problems that I think should be addressed in terms of nerfs. Most of the cards, I think, it's okay. It's not like the most broken abomination ever, but it still has some things that need to be addressed. In my opinion, for example, the low cane should be -15. -14 for an unseeable cane launcher is really too much. It's a fucking unseeable low launcher that also deals pretty insane damage. And right now I think it's too fake. And also of course you cannot low parry as well. So it's a little bit too strong. I know that he can use this only once in a match, but still, I don't like this idea. I don't like this mechanic, and I think the low cane should be a little bit more punishable. But maybe I'm wrong again. I'm just these are just some suggestions. Like basically, this is used as a big risk, big reward moment, okay? And you can only use it once. So it's hype, I think, at the same time that if you mess up, you get properly punished for good, okay, with a launch. Also because you also have the other version that is a mid, and by the way, this version also deals insane amounts of damage, and also this I think should be reduced a little bit from right now I'm in rage, but this leads to insane amounts of damage. For example, from I don't know, from 37. Sorry, I'm on counter mode. 35 damage to maybe a little bit, maybe to 30 damage. Okay, a little bit less. Maybe I would see this as a pretty reasonable nerf, because this is something, by the way, that I think you can do also from the cane. Yeah, also from stance, I mean. So you can also do the low cane from stance, by the way. It's pretty obnoxious, and it's safe on block, and it's a pretty good cane overall. So maybe a damage nerf would be good, but this is not like the biggest problem of Leroy. I think Leroy's biggest problems right now are two. The first one is down back 3, because down back 3 shouldn't be semi-safe on block. Okay, right now this move is semi-safe because basically, if you try to punish with a Watson in 4, you eat a parry. Okay, so basically it's a conditioning tool on block on the punish, basically. Okay, because if you do this some things, he wins. If you do other things, he wins, and so on. Like, there's nothing that wins no matter what. And then, for example, I think this low should be punishable by 11 frames always, at least 11 frames. Okay, at least. So these moves should go from -8 to -9 on block. Okay, the while standing for punish, the 11 frame punish should always be a punish on this low, because this low is very powerful. It's very fast, it high crushes, and it has a countering property as well that guarantees a hit engager, and it's still very, even though it doesn't launch anymore in it, it's still pretty strong, so I think this should go. And another urgent nerf that Leroy needs, in my opinion, is back 1+2 counter it. Why? Because this move right now has a bug. I think it's a bug. I don't think it's intended, but maybe I'm wrong. You show me in the comments if I'm wrong or not. But if we consider back 1+2 without hit, okay? You see that the follow-up here, okay, is scaled. It's 70% damage scaling, okay, at the wall especially. But when he's in it and he does the same stuff, I'm gonna show you now. Oh, oopsie, activate heat, okay? He does the same stuff. Look at the fucking damage. 68 damage, because when he's in it, I don't know why, for some reason, it's not scaled. There is no scaling on the counter. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but if it's intentional, it should be removed, because it's fucking OP. Because this mid is a safe 12 frame mid counter it launcher, okay, that at the wall can lead to 140 damage combo sometimes in some situations. So from a 12 frame mid, it's something that no character should have. No, and the same applies to Leroy. Like, now maybe I'll try to show you a combo, maybe. Do you see? By the way, this is not a proper combo. This is not like an optimal combo, by the way. But already not having an optimal combo, I did like, I don't know, 120 damage. And considering he can do this multiple times, by the way, like he can use this back 1+2 hit power up multiple times. This makes it, I think, a huge problem. Apart from these two, I think, very stupid stuff that he has right now. I think, again, most of the cards is good. Another thing that I don't like, again, is probably his high step 3+4, because it's a very plus. It's a plus on block mid. That has also nice range, and I really don't like this move too much. But I don't know what we can do to try and fix this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not forcing a sense mix up on block. Maybe he goes into sense only on it or something like this. It's a move that I don't think I don't think these kind of moves are like Shine is also something like this. Yes, side step 1+2. These kind of moves on side steps are super powerful, and I don't like them too much. I have to be honest with you guys, because not only you're doing this on an evasive side step, but also there are advantages on block, and most of the things I think should go, or like a little bit reduced, at least in terms of potential. Again, apart from this, I think the character is okay. Like, apart from the things I mentioned, I think he's a very strong character, very solid, with some moves, of course, that are a little bit overtuned, and maybe we can try to balance them out. But solid character, fun character also to play with, and I don't mind the Leroy. I have a very good matchup against Leroy. But this doesn't excuse him from having this insane stuff that needs to be tuned down. Apart from this, again, good changes on Leroy overall, especially in the last patch, good changes. But we definitely need to do a little bit more, and hopefully they'll do this soon enough. So let me know what you guys think about Leroy in Season 3, and see you guys very soon again. Take care, love you.